Got a little interesting there near the end. However, they come up short, losing 6-5 to the Boston Red Sox today, and the Jays lose their 5th consecutive game. Don't worry, Jays fans, just 4 games remain in this dreadful season. The finale tomorrow against the Red Sox, 3 over the weekend against the Miami Marlins, and done. Curtains. But basically the story of this ball game, and where have you heard this before? Starting pitcher does a great job, bullpen blows it. Right? It's basically been the story all season long. The worst bullpen in baseball was in full effect again today. Bottom half of the 3rd inning, Vladdy drills one off the wall. Joey Loperfido and Nathan Lucas come in to score. It's 2-0 Blue Jays. Bottom of the 5th inning, Nathan Lucas is in a sacrifice fly, scoring Davis Schneider. It's 3-0 Blue Jays. Bowden Francis goes 5 shutout innings because what else is new? And then pretty much right when he leaves the ball game, top of the 7th inning, Rafaela hits a 2-run single, making it 3-2. Top of the 8th inning, Yoshida hits an RBI groundout, scoring Romy Gonzalez, ties the game. Top of the 10th inning, Trevor Story, RBI double. Connor Wong, RBI groundout. Vaughn Grissom, RBI groundout. An RBI single, And it's 6-3. The Jays allow 6 runs in the 7th, 8th. They didn't score any in the 9th. But the 7th, 8th, and 10th innings. We just want the season over. I'm very excited for this thing to be done. Bottom of the 10th inning, Jays make it interesting, right? Leo Jimenez hits an RBI double, scoring Davis Schneider. And Alejandro Kirk hits a bases loaded walk, makes it interesting, makes it 6-5. Barger pops out to end the ball game. It's pretty painful. Now, I'm not going to say that over and over again because I feel like I have all season long. Key players, the Jays had 5 hits today. They had 3 more walks than they did hits. I got nothing for you. I have 1 for Vladdy, 1 for Springer, 1 for Kirk, Barger, 1 for Leo Jimenez, 1 for. That's it. Done. Just, okay. 6 strikeouts as well, whatever. Bowden Francis. His last start of the regular season, and he was outstanding. 5 innings, 3 hits, no runs allowed, 4 punch-outs, walked 1, and his ERA at the big league level, remember how bad it started? A 3.30 ERA with a whip of .93. That is absurd stuff from Bowden Francis. And you go to his season numbers, it's, 103.2 innings of work. It's a pretty decent sample size. And I think he had a little bit of AAA numbers as well, so he got about 120-ish innings of work this year, so that's good moving forward. Now, can he continue this into next year? That's going to be the question, obviously, moving into the offseason. However, you can't say enough about him, right? Bowden Francis comes up to the big leagues. He had a cup of coffee there in 2022, literally 2/3 of an inning. Didn't allow any runs, though. Last year, we all know the role that he played last year, a lot of bulk stuff, a lot of, when the starting pitcher goes down early and he's got to clean up a mess or vice versa, you just need guys to eat up innings. That's what he did last year. 36 innings pitched, had an ERA of $1.73 and a whip of .83, right? Then we saw him this year. Again, he got to start right away, and it didn't go so well to start. Was down in Buffalo, worked with Brian Serven, and then comes back up and finishes the season with 98 and 2/3 innings, an ERA of $3.30 and a whip of about .93. I think it was after .93. We're getting to the point where there's a little bit of a sample size for Bowden Francis. It's exciting stuff. He was great yet again. And the rest of the bullpen, well, is no good. Easton Lucas went an inning and 2/3. Good to see him get called up. But when they allowed a couple runs, walked a couple guys, struck out a guy. Ryan Berg allows a couple hits. So those 2 earned runs came off of the bat of Ryan Berg, but were obviously charged to Easton Lucas. He went a third of an inning, allowed 2 hits and a strikeout. Henderson Cabrera went two-thirds of an inning after getting his head almost taken off, allows 3 hits and an earned run, gets a strikeout. Chad Green, great inning, great job from him, right? An inning in the third, 1 hit and nothing more. And then Tommy Nance was no good. In an inning, in extra innings, 2 hits, 3 runs, 2 of which were earned, obviously because 1 was the ghost runner, and he gets a strikeout. The bullpen's pathetic. We know that. All this is just auditions for next season. And maybe Ryan Burr is kind of the guy that is the lone guy that you want out of the bullpen next year. And even then, you don't want him in leverage. You want him in the 6th inning. You want him maybe in the 7th inning. But that's it. Where guys like Tommy Nance in the 10th, it shouldn't be happening. But it is. So the Jays record now falls to, I believe it's a season low now, 73-85, 12 games under the 500 mark. And a quick standings update for you guys. We're the Texas Rangers. They're losing to Oakland, man. They are falling off a cliff as well. But they're only 8 games under the 500 mark, and the Blue Jays right now are a game and a half. Well, actually, it's now going to be 2 games, but if, let's say, they lose to Oakland, it's going to be a game and a half gap. And the Jays have 3 more, or, well, let's say they lose today. They would have 2 more losses. Jays would have 2 more losses than the Texas Rangers, so they're kind of in that 5th spot, 5th worst last, right? That's kind of where we're sitting right now. Another team, right? You look down in the National League, right? The Pittsburgh Pirates are identical records to the Toronto Blue Jays heading into play today. They lost to the Brewers today. I don't know if that's already been counted or not, but regardless, they're right there. Bottom line, it's just bad for the Toronto Blue Jays, right? It just really is. Tomorrow, the finale of the series. Thank God. Kevin Gausman gets the ball for the Blue Jays, looking to end his season off on a good note. He's been great recently. The ERA is now sub-4 for Kevin Gausman. Can he finish the season strong? We'll see. Richard Fitz gets the ball for the Red Sox tomorrow in the finale against the last game against an American League East opponent before they end off the season on Friday, Saturday, Sunday against the Miami Marlins. All right, so you know what, guys? That's going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and not the game, because, God, no thank you. Hit the like button, do appreciate that. The subscribe button, you guys not done so already. Comment down below your thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game, would you like, would you not like from today's game for the Toronto Blue Jays. Twitter, Discord, Instagram, and, of course, TikTok is down below, so follow up there if you haven't done so already, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow night. Or actually Thursday night, Leafs edition, as they are at home taking on the Montreal Canadiens at 7 o'clock in Game 3 of the preseason. And as for the Blue Jays, they're playing in the finale tomorrow, 7:07 first pitch at Rogers Center. Richard Fitz, Kevin Gausman is the pitching matchup. 4 more games to go, Jays fans. Let's get through this damn thing. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and not the game. I'll talk to you guys then.